If you feel lost, you're in good company. I think a lot of despair from feeling lost comes from the want to make sense of life. After loss, after loss, after loss last year, I've come to the realization that I don't know what I'm doing or who I am right now. But once I stopped trying to force answers to those questions and made peace with the unknown, it's been a lot easier to just exist without a cloud of dread raining down over my head. When everything I had planned crashed and burned, I lost my direction. Without my career, my relationship, my finance, my family, my friends, I lost my identity. Staying at the crime scene of my psychotic episode and living a single street with my ex's family feels like staying in the eye of the storm. But I heard the Holy Spirit telling me to stay here, and that's the only reason I stayed.
I've been doing a lot of soul searching.
And it's been one of the hardest things I've had to do. I'll be honest, I wanted to run.
If just surviving is enough to live
wanted to hide, and I did hide.
When joy had become such a stranger,
I isolated myself in my home, avoiding my neighbors at all costs.
And
isolation mixed with mental health struggles is not a good concoction.
That I wasn't going to find my identity in a couple of months by asking
which
questions,
has led to a lot of soul searching, asking myself what the point of life is,
for me to lose it.
if just surviving is enough to live for,
years for me to find
wondering
it again.
when joy had become such a stranger and despair such a common companion. And you want to know what I learned after searching the corners of my soul through the eyes of the ceiling? That I wasn't going to find my identity in a couple months, no matter how many questions I asked, and that rental-friendly drapes are a sham, and peeling drywall will 100% be taken out of my deposit when I move out, and that God is faithful. It took years for me to lose my sense of self, so it's probably going to take a couple to find it again. Is this need to know who I am as much of a necessity as I have been making it out to be? Probably not. The calendar keeps moving, whether I'm lost or not, and the world keeps spinning. I don't know what the point of life is, and maybe that isn't the catastrophe I've been making it out to be. In the Bible, there's a lot of examples of being lost in the wilderness, where they're purified, humbled, and prepared for new chapters. These last years definitely feel like a season of wilderness in my life. So far, what I've learned in the wilderness is if I don't correct harmful patterns, I repeat them. And I can spin my wheels all day trying to understand my purpose and why I exist and who I am. Or I can submit to the Lord and recognize that I don't need to understand everything, and I can just trust that as long as I stay close to God and seek His presence, that can be enough. Which is easier said than done. Just like anything else, it takes practice and repetition. It's helped me to try and be kinder to myself and acknowledge where I am, struggling, but without judgment and comparison. I don't have to have everything figured out. I know others may seem to have everything figured out, especially in the mid-30s age range where I'm at, where everyone's married and has children, but I think we're all a little lost out here just doing the best that we can with what we have. I've also learned that it's much easier to endure the storms in the wilderness with a good friend or two. I've had to lean on my friends more than I've ever had to before in my life, ever. And I'm not a person that takes help easily. It's taught me that it's okay to ask for help, and it's made me realize just how much others care about me, and I had never given other people an opportunity to show up for me in this way, and it's been a gift and healing in ways I didn't even know I needed. I hope if you're feeling lost in life or questioning your existence and an identity, that it brings you a little peace knowing that there's many others of us out here just as lost as you. And I hope you take some solace in knowing that it's okay to be out in the wilderness without a paddle.